Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the most rare BMW e46 models that exist. Now, before we get started, please give this video a huge thumbs up. It helps the channel out so much. And consider subscribing if you guys want to see more BMW and E46 related content, and also the E60 and potentially another BMW that I'm looking at getting as a daily driver. So let's start. So if you guys see me looking down at my phone, often it's just because all my notes are here on my phone. So starting off with number one, we have the BMW e46 Club Sport. Now you should see a picture somewhere over there. But the Club Sport was a Euro exclusive car. It was only available in Europe. It had 20 kilograms of sound deadening removed. It also included exclusive 18-inch rims that were not available on any other BMW. It also had a rear spoiler, and this spoiler is actually pretty big. It's not like a little small one that goes on the strip. It actually sticks off kind of. I would almost call it even a wing, which was really cool. It also featured Alcantara seats, which who doesn't love Alcantara? The horsepower was bumped up a little to 231. And that's all I have for that car. Moving on, the next rare BMW e46 is the BMW ZHP. This was the United States answer to the BMW Club Sport that was released in Europe only. And you guessed it, the ZHP was only released in the United States and in Canada. And in Canada, it went under the code name ZAM, which I actually just found out when I was writing up the script for this video, which is pretty cool. The ZHP features the M-Tech 2 body kit that was available on all the M Sport models that were available over in Europe. The United States did not have any M Sport BMW e46s. Instead, we had the ZHP, which is very special, and I'll continue why. The ZHP was the only non-M car to offer an Imola red exterior color, which is absolutely amazing. This car also had the Style 135 rims, which many of you guys know I have on my car. People in Europe also call these rims the MB2s. Not sure why. I know the actual style from BMW is the Style 135s, which would look awesome. The ZHP also included a exclusive black cube or silver cube trim, which looks really, really cool. If you guys have not checked it out, you should be seeing a picture up here. It also included a bunch of Alcantara bits. The seats could be Alcantara steering wheel, Alcantara shift knob boot. You didn't have to get Alcantara seats. I've seen many with just black leather, and they still look awesome with the Alcantara, all the little accents being Alcantara. Now let's get on to what actually makes the ZHP really special. It had sportier camshafts with revised engine tuning. They increased the rev limiter to 300 revolutions per minute over the standard 330. Upping the horsepower total to 335 as the total output. It also had a shorter final gear ratio. Now that we have those two BMWs out of the way, let's move on to something even cooler. The BMW e46 Alpine B3. And this car was available in a saloon touring coupe, a convertible, and even had all-wheel drive versions of the saloon and touring, which is really interesting. The B3 had a 3.3 liter engine based off the S52 that was found in the US spec E36 M3. As many of you guys know, the E36 M3 had a smaller engine than the Euro version. So this one actually got that smaller version from the E36. Of course, it was tuned up a bit. The engine was actually bored out to produce 280 horsepower over the 240 of the standard S52 engine. The seats also they were Alcantara seats with Alpina's design in them. They look awesome. You should see a picture now. It also had that blue backed cluster that all Alpinas have, which look absolutely amazing. Now, one of my favorite parts about the B3, and hopefully I see one day, I don't think I ever will, but if I ever do, one thing I'd really like to see, it has an absolutely stunning myrtle wood trim that looks amazing. And even the steering wheel has hand-stitched leather. Like, that is just crazy. Unfortunately, it uses the same rotors as a standard 330, but it does have upgraded brakes, just brake pads, which is still pretty cool. The next rare BMW e46 that I want to talk about is the BMW Alpine B3S. Yes, BMW Alpina made two versions of their car. One, the B3, and the other, the B3S. So the B3S uses that same 3.3 liter engine found on the B3 that has been bored out even more to 87 millimeters, producing 305 horsepower. That is amazing. The B3S also included wider tires in the back. It was up from 8.5 to 9-inch rear tires, which giving it more of a girth and more of a stance look. The 0 to 100 kilometers time is 5.4 seconds versus 5.7 in the standard B3. So you can see the B3S is 0.3 seconds faster than the standard B3. Now moving on to the M territory. The M3 CSL, only available in Europe. It stands for something else in German, but it translates to Coupe Sport Lightweight. Only 1,383 of these cars were produced, and get this, you only had two options: silver gray metallic or black sapphire metallic, which are both amazing colors. It had a curb weight of 3,053 pounds, making it 253 pounds lighter than the standard M3. The roof was made out of carbon fiber reinforced plastic to reduce all the weight. It also consisted of fiberglass racing seats and door panels. The steering wheel, this is really interesting, and a lot of people actually try to add this to their car. The steering wheel only had one button on it, one button on the right hand side, and it was to activate the M track mode. So you didn't have any cruise control, no steering wheel controls. It was an Alcantara wheel with one button on the side, and it looked super baller. This car also featured 19-inch rims and had an increased horsepower of 17 over the European M3. Now, if you were jealous about the CSL back in the day when it came out in Europe, the United States BMW ended up coming out with a competition package, also known as CS M3, that had some features from the CSL, not quite as many, but brought over that to the United States. It is also called the ZCP in the US. This featured upgraded 19-inch BBS wheels. It had that same cool steering wheel from the CSL, stiffer springs, the CSL front disc brakes, but regular M3 calipers, Alcantara seat, Alcantara e-boot, and that was really it. I mean, it pulled over some stuff, but nowhere near as cool as the actual CSL. Moving on to the most rare BMW e46 model. Many of you guys probably know what this is. It is the M3 GTR road car. Only 10 examples of this car were ever produced. It featured a 4.0 liter V8 that was detuned to deliver only 380 horsepower at 7,000 revolutions per minute. Now, I say only, that is a crap ton of horsepower for an E46. It's crazy, but it's crazy that they actually even had to detune this engine. The M3 GTR featured a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission, dry sump design. The roof, the hood, the rear wing, the rear and front fascia were all made out of carbon fiber to reduce the weight, and it had Recaro bucket seats for the front and no rear seats in the back. This thing was a monster. It even had some models were available with no navigation, no AC, no nothing, no radio, just bare. And I think that's absolutely crazy. And the amount of horsepower that this car was putting out. Imagine having an E46 coupe putting out 380 horsepower. Holy crap, that is crazy. I couldn't even imagine that. Now, that's all I have for the rare BMW models. I know there's more. People are going to say, oh, there's some rare wagons that are like rear-wheel drive with the 6-speed manual or something like that. I know there's a couple other rare BMWs, but not super rare. These BMWs I would consider to be the most rare BMWs. Now, I know there's quite a bit ZHPs produced and Club Sports, but some of these Alpinas and the M3s, like these are still super rare if you go look up the numbers that actually existed. So if you guys liked today's video, if you guys have any comments, if I missed them all, anything at all about BMWs, comment it down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And moving forward, my car's still in the shop. It should be back soon, and I can't wait to bring you guys that video and bring more E46 content to this channel. If you guys have any comments, drop them below. Don't forget to like this video, please. It helps me out a lot. And please subscribe if you guys want to see more BMW and E46 related content, and E60, and potentially another BMW that I'm looking to pick up as a daily driver to replace my Chevy. So check everything out, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.